What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over my hopes when it comes to Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, this is simply for this Saturday, right? We know this Saturday is when they're going to reveal the new Assassin's Creed game. In fact, I believe there's a media event either on like the Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in the middle of this week. Media people are going to actually be able to see this game. So, people will be able to see it before Saturday, but the majority of us will see it then. My thoughts or my hopes for it is to recapture that older Assassin's Creed feel. And now that's kind of an ambiguous answer. So I guess the easiest way for me to say it is the rumors that we've heard about Mirage, that basically smaller in scope, taking away the leveling elements of it, kind of toning down that RPG feel, and kind of going back almost to not stripping away the combat that we've had with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, but I guess reintroducing the feel of the original games, more like Assassin's Creed 1 like, right? Though it's a cop-out, to give a cop-out answer, I really hope those are all real. Those are really what I want to see from this game. I've talked about it a bunch. This is, and hopefully it is, this is a good bridge between the older Assassin's Creed games and the newer Assassin's Creed games, and it's kind of that perfect medium where people that say, well, I kind of want the old Assassin's Creed back. This game would work. But also people that say, well, I kind of like what they've done with the newer ones. Like, I like the style change. Hopefully they would be, they would be into it as well. Again, as I've said before, my worry is that this is all going to just be undone when Assassin's Creed Infinity comes out, and it's like, even if this game rights the wrongs of some of the stuff they've done in the past, that Infinity is just going to go right back to it. So hopefully that doesn't end up happening, but, to not get too far ahead of myself, that is what I'm hoping for. I guess, to put it in simple terms, I want a world that's smaller than what we've seen. I would even go so far as to say smaller than what we've seen in Origins. I think Origins is definitely solid. It's huge, but every location is kind of like a centralized location, right? And then it's a whole lot of basically nothing where you still feel, it feels okay. It's kind of in like my DNA where I don't love games that are like the biggest thing of all time. And if you do games that are the biggest things of all time in terms of like scale and size, I need there to be constant just things going on in the world, like constant random events and stuff like that. But again, to bring it back to older Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 1 isn't necessarily small, either is 2, so on, but they're not gigantic like what we've seen with Valhalla, Odyssey, Origins. I know the rumor is like something along the lines that certain assassinations with the hidden blade are going to be slow motion, kind of going back to the originals. Look, one thing that's going to be tough is, do you change, or can you change even, the combat of these games? And I would say the answer is most likely no. I think there's probably a reason in those rumors that they don't go off on a limb and say like, no, the combat is completely reset to Assassin's Creed 1. I think part of that reason is because you're never going to get it completely reset. And also, do you really need it to be reset to Assassin's Creed 1's combat? I don't really see too much wrong with the combat. I don't really see the need to change it all too much. But for me, the bigger thing will just be smaller scale in terms of the world. Also smaller in the sense of missions. These games don't need to be gigantic 60, 70, 80-hour things. If the rumors are true that this was like a pitch for DLC and then it just turned out to be a game, then you have to imagine it is smaller. And again, like, ironically, that could end up totally working out, where like this was supposed to be DLC, but they're going to add just a little bit to it to make it a 15, 20, 25-hour thing, and that ironically is going to end up working really well because they don't all need to be 50, 60 hours. One final thing that I want from the announcement, literally the announcement of Mirage on Saturday, is also in the rumors, is that there will be DLC, ironically, DLC for the once DLC project, but DLC for Mirage in the way of like an expansion pack or a season pass, and that would come with Assassin's Creed 1's remake. So to put it again very simply, what I want from Saturday, I want to see this game smaller in pretty much every scale and size. Obviously, I want it to like look good. Hopefully, we see gameplay. It's not just a trailer, but also I want at some point confirmation that there is going to be, that we are going to get an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. I really, really want it. I think that goes a long way for, well, two different reasons. Number one, it goes away for fans because remakes and remasters, not saying they're easy to make, but they're one of the easiest ways to achieve goodwill with fans. Obviously, Ubisoft doesn't have that much goodwill as a company right now. Assassin's Creed doesn't have much goodwill as a franchise right now. An easy way to get that back, to get the, the morality going, is to give us something like an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. And it's, I think it probably falls under that's part of the reason why we will get it, is because they think it'll help, and it probably will help. It's not even like they're wrong to think that. And number two is because, remakes tend to do if you do them right, the idea of Assassin's Creed 1 Remake could do extremely well in terms of sales and again, just general goodwill, but I'm really hoping for it. So hopefully Saturday is a good day for Ubisoft across the board, but specifically for Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed Mirage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you specifically want to see from Assassin's Creed on Saturday? Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to support or follow me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.